Hey, Booze, what's for lunch? Hey everyone, welcome back to Kiki Cuisine. I'm Joey Camasta, and today we're making shrimp ceviche tostados. All you're gonna need for this is some shrimp, some diced cucumber, diced white onion, diced Roma tomato, diced avocado, some cilantro, jalapeno, garlic, and then we have lemon and lime juice, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and of course your tortillas for the tostadas. And someone says to me, Joey, what's your favorite cuisine in the world? It's very hard, it's a toss-up, but Mexican is definitely one of my top two. And this is such a light, refreshing appetizer I like to make for all different parties, especially during the summer when we're doing margaritas, if we're going by the pool or something, it's a hot day. This is something that's refreshing. It's a very low cook. You just kind of poach the shrimp a little bit, but your traditional ceviche, you cook the seafood in lemon and lime juice and citrus juice. But a lot of people are squeamish about raw shrimp like that right away. Even though it does cook with the acid, I just kind of parboiled my shrimp really quickly. I just did a little boiling water for 1 minute, take it out and put it in an ice bath to shock it. That'll stop the cooking. And then as it sits in the fridge to marinate, the rest of the cooking will get done by the citrus juice there. So basically it's just assembling at this point. We have our parboiled shrimp here, and we're just gonna chop this up first and get it onto our bowl. These you just wanna do in bite-sized pieces because you wanna be able to have this on a tostada. You don't want anything falling off. So I just cut into like 1/2-inch pieces like this. You can also do this as a classic ceviche. You can do this with really any seafood you want. Those little bay scallops are good. Some ahi sushi grade tuna. It's beautiful with any kind of white fish. They do this with like all different kinds of fish in Mexico, but this is, this is the more common, easy one to do because it's, more crowd pleasing. You can even buy pre-cooked shrimp and just chop it like this and don't have to do any cooking at all. It just makes it super simple, no cleanup, so you can get back to the party, hang out with your guests, get back in the pool, and Kiki, girl, because no one wants to be slaving over a stove, okay? We should go on the street and pass this out to migrant workers to test the authenticity. Our par-cooked shrimp is done, and we're gonna add this to our bowl. This is the star of the show. Next, we're gonna add our diced cucumber. This is the Persian cucumber. You don't wanna do big, heavy, the big waxy cucumbers with this. You wanna use the smaller Persian cucumbers or the English cucumbers because you wanna eat the skin with it. Add those in. In Mexican cooking, you never use a yellow onion, and I think rarely even a red onion. White onion is the way to go because it's a bright, clean flavor, and it lets all the other ingredients shine. So I always use white onion with this. If you don't like a lot of onion, you can use a shallot here if you want, but white onion is traditional. Next, we're gonna do some chopped Roma tomatoes, just like that. This is actually just a pico de gallo and shrimp mixed together with avocado. Jalapenos, diced jalapeno. If you don't like jalapenos, leave them out. You can add bell pepper if you want, but I think that's gonna be gross. Just leave it out if you don't like spice. But if you just take the ribs and the seeds out of it, it's not that spicy anyway. We have some avocado from Mexico. These are Hass avocado. And this is gonna give it that creamy, rich bite. Last but not least, I'm gonna add some garlic to it. I don't wanna chop the garlic, I want it to melt into it. So I'm gonna use a microplane, so you just take a garlic clove like this, your microplane, the finest one you have, and we're just going to microplane it in there because it's gonna just melt right into the dressing once we get it going. Let's do about 3 cloves. One for the past, present, and future. Meanwhile, I'm getting my tostadas ready. I have I have some neutral oil on the pot over there getting ready to deep fry. Now we mix this all up and get everyone mixed into the party. Everyone can mix and mingle in here. We're international queens, look at us. Authentico. In this bottle, I make my own fresh squeezed citrus juice for this. Traditionally, it's lemon and lime juice. I have lemon and lime juice in here. Always fresh squeezed, you can't buy it out of a bottle, it does not taste the same. And this is what's gonna cook the rest of the fish, marinate all of the vegetables, and create that signature ceviches. We are going to add some salt to it. The shrimp had a little salt in it with the water, but don't over salt it because you can always add more. And the longer it sits, the more flavor it's gonna absorb. So season a little bit and then add more later. Also adding a little bit of olive oil just to kind of make it a little bit more luscious. Just a good quality olive oil. Oh my God. This smells insane. And the longer this sits, the better it gets. So definitely make this like the night before. Not the night before, but at least let it sit in the fridge for an hour to chill, to get all the flavors melt together. Next, we have to garnish with our cilantro. Now, this is optional if you don't like cilantro. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it makes the dish. If you don't like cilantro, grow up. Give this a nice rough chop. Okay, now we're gonna add the cilantro. Just kind of sprinkle that on all over and mix it up. Beautiful. Okay, this looks good. Let's taste it for seasoning now. You guys, a little more salt. It is so fresh. A lot more salt. I forgot. This is a lot of salt. So this needs time to everyone to get to know each other. In the fridge, I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap. I hate this fucking thing. Okay, put this in the fridge, and then we're gonna make our fresh homemade tostados. Tostadas. When you go to a Mexican restaurant, there's nothing better when you sit down and you get that big bowl of hot, freshly fried chips. Well, that's how they make them in restaurants. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do it at home. I'm gonna show you just a regular tortilla, how to make the chips. So you get stacked like this, and they just cut it into fours. And this is tortilla chips. This is a great way to do it, but I'm gonna make tostados today, which are gonna be little circles. So what I'm doing here is I take a stack like this, and these are so affordable. I think this pack was like $2. So it's a super affordable way to do it at home. It's probably cheaper than buying a whole bag of tortilla chips. Get a cookie cutter. I get this at the restaurant supply. There's all different sizes you can make. This one's about, I don't know, 3 inches. Liam, come here. And I just cut it right out the center. You could probably, I can't get 2 out of this one, but what I do with the rest of this is, I make tortilla strips for salad, for taco salad. I just cut it into strips, fry them, and then I can use those for a taco salad, so I'm not wasting any scraps for any nosy people in the audience. So I just take the cookie cutter, press down, and that's it. So let's get these frying. So I have some neutral oil heating up here. Now ladies, if you ever get feminine hygiene products stuck up there, you can call me, I have these tweezers. When you're frying things, you always wanna have a wire-lined rack like this so it can drain on there. You don't wanna have something sitting in oil, so if you put it right on a plate, once it's hot, it's gonna steam your fried thing and it's gonna become soft and mushy and not crisp and crunchy. And you're really just looking for color here. You just gotta watch it and, you know, do it low and slow, because if you go too fast, they're gonna deep fry fast and they're gonna get burnt right away. Okay, and as soon as they come out, they're still hot, you wanna salt them because the salt will stick right to them. Okay, it's time to assemble. We have my ceviche that's been marinating in the fridge for a couple hours. The flavors has melded together, everything's kind of softened. It's much more robust and fresh and yummy. So that's ready to go. And our tortillas are hot off the press. Watch how easy this is. So you just take a tortilla, or a tostada as they call it in the biz, and top with just about like a tablespoon or so. Place it on your tray. Now I don't know why, I'm tempted to put a crema on this, but I don't know if that's traditional. Are there any real Mexican people in the chat that can tell me if crema would be sacrilegious on this? If I had like a lime crema drizzled on this, I think it'd be delicious. Look at this platter. And this is also something good if you're doing past hors d'oeuvres at your party. At my bris, I had a past hors d'oeuvre. We did little cocktail weenies. It was on trend. I mean, bitch, look. This is so decadent and fancy, but so easy and fresh. If this is your second time watching the show, like, where are all his guests? Like, he acts like he has all his friends. Well, magic of TV. There are no friends. No one's coming. I just turn the camera off and eat my feelings. I wish I was lying. Ooh, this looks fancy. If I saw this working at a party, I'd be like, ooh, this bitch got money. Unbelievable. Now we're gonna garnish with a little cilantro leaf on each one. You know what would be good here I don't have? If you can find micro cilantro, like at the Whole Foods or like at a fancy grocery store or the farmer's market, micro cilantro would be the approved garnish because it's little and it's fuzzier. You just always want to garnish to make it look like you put some effort into it. Because you know, when you eat with your eyes first and your guests see that you're doing this at the extra step, they're gonna appreciate all the hard work you put into it. And I'm the kind of person, after I serve my guests, I stand in the back and watch everyone's reaction as they eat it. And then I judge them. If they're not like ooh and eyeing, then they can't let you see. That's why you have to have cameras around the house. Now I just add a couple limes. Even though it has lime juice in it, I just think it's, you know, if someone wants a little extra zest. Guys. We get this fresh crunch of the veggies. The white onion is just perfectly pickled. The creaminess of the avocado. The shrimp is just juicy and sweet. And that fresh, warm crunch of the salty tortilla that we just fried. This is why I love this. It's summer on a tortilla. It is bright, it's fresh, it's coastal. I feel like I'm on the beach in Mexico. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Please, please, please make these tostadas. You're gonna love them, your guests are gonna love them. Make sure to make them, tag Kiki Kuisine there, and I wanna see what you've made. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Kiki Kuisine. Olé!